friends, welcome back to my channel. So I have a whole bunch of packages here in front of me because we are going to be trying products from the ads that just won't stop following me. Again. So for 3 days, a few weeks ago, I took a screen recording of every single ad that I saw on Instagram and Facebook. Those are the two platforms where I tend to get the most like repeated and targeted ads. And honestly, the most aggressive marketing where the ads just won't stop following me no matter how many times I just scroll right past. So the rules I set for this video are the same as when I did a video like this back in the spring. Once I saw an ad 3 times in that 3-day period, I classified it as officially following me and I would order it. But it had to be from a brand that I had never purchased from before, new brands only. And now we are going to try each product and I'll give it a rating from 1 to 10. And I'll let you know if I think it's worth the price, if I'd order again, and if I'd recommend it to a friend. So we're buying, we're trying, we're reviewing. Very nice. And before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to this video's sponsor. It's a brand I love so much, Fabletics. This sweater that I'm wearing right now, as well as these other cute loungewear and workout pieces, are from the Fabletics December collection. I love the holiday colors and the comfy cozy vibes. There are so many great outfits in this collection. So here is a little look at my picks from the Fabletics December collection, my favorites, a few of the highlights. Fabletics carry sizes extra, extra small to 4X, and I am wearing a 1X in everything you're gonna see here. So first up, we have the epic outfit. On top is the Belle High Impact Sports Bra. And Fabletics High Impact Sports Bras are just my go-to for any sort of exercise that requires jumping or jogging or jostling in any way. They just do a really good job of keeping me feeling locked in and supportive, but they're still very comfy. And then on the bottom, this is the high-waisted Motion 365 7/8 leggings. They have a really nice little pocket detail on the side that's like perfect for your phone. And the Motion 365 fabric is just so soft, so comfy. It feels amazing. So this super comfy outfit is called the Ease outfit. And when I saw this online for the December collection, I was like, okay, that looks cute. I want that. And then once it got delivered and I actually put it on, I was like, I never want to take this off. And it actually comes in 2 colors. It also comes in a really pretty red and pockets. Even the little comfy loungewear shorts have pockets. Next up, we have the Uptown outfit. So on top is the Malia Polar Fleece pullover. And this is made from this just like ultra cozy soft fabric, and I love the little mock neck detail. And then on the bottom is the eco-conscious slim sweatpants. And what's really cool about these is not only are they just super comfy, versatile, soft, all that, but they're actually made in part from recycled fabrics and dyed with natural dyes. And last, we have the Ready for Anything outfit. It's actually a 3-piece outfit with this top. So we have the all day everyday bra too, and one of my favorite little details about this bra is the adjustable straps in the back. And then on the bottom, we have the Oasis high-waisted pocket 7/8 leggings, again, with the convenient little pockets on the side. And these leggings are made from the Pure Luxe fabric, which is a lower compression fabric than the Motion 365, but super soft, buttery smooth, and still gives me the amount of support that I like. And then over the top, the Ambrose rib top. It's made from a really comfy ribbed jersey material and has a nice, comfy, loose, oversized fit. So if you want to check out any of these super cute Fabletics pieces, there is a link in the description, and there are 2 ways you can shop with Fabletics. So you can either check out as a guest for a one-time purchase, or you can join their flexible monthly VIP membership program for extra savings. And when you join as a VIP, you can get any 2 bottoms for $24, plus 50% off everything else and free shipping on that first VIP order. Just click my link in the description. Thank you so much to Fabletics for these super cute, comfy holiday pieces and just continuing to support me and my channel. I'm going on like a 1.5 years as a Fabletics ambassador now, which is just so cool. So thank you, Fabletics. All right, now let's get into these ads that just won't stop following me. Here we go. Within just the first few hours of recording ads for this video, I got 3 ads for this brand called Baltic Born, 2 on Facebook and 1 on Instagram, all advertising this same long sleeve floor length blue dress. So I clicked the link on the 3rd ad, it took me right to the dress, and it was listed for $89. It came in a bunch of colors, like there were honestly so many options, but it's funny that of all those color options, they specifically advertised the blue one to me because this shade of blue is my favorite color. Like, I feel like I am always drawn to things that are in this shade. It came in sizes extra small to 3XL, which I was pretty happy to see that they had a good size range. From their size chart, it seemed like the extra large would be a good fit for me. But being 15 weeks pregnant right now, I like to size up sometimes just to be safe. But I saw that under the size and fit section, they had specifically said, for maternity, order your regular size. And under the description, they specifically said that this dress is bump and nursing friendly, which I thought was so cool. Like, this isn't a maternity dress, but clearly they are keeping pregnant women in mind too with the fit, which as a pregnant woman, I appreciate. And maybe that's part of why Facebook and Instagram were pushing this ad at me. The Facebook ad algorithm has definitely figured out that I'm pregnant, as you'll see more throughout this video and the ads that they showed me. So I went ahead and placed the order. The dress was $89 and I did get the extra large. And after I placed this order, I stopped seeing ads for this specific dress, but I got 8 other Baltic-born ads over the 3-day period featuring different dresses from the brand that were like slightly different but pretty similar to the one I ordered, which honestly was so smart because the brand was already in my brain and these dresses are so cute. But instead of just continuing to spam me with the same ad and the same dress, they were like, let's see what she likes. We'll give her some of this, some of that. And if this blue dress is actually good and I actually like it, I just might have to go back and order this velvet wrap dress that they advertised to me, because like, it's really freaking cute and I kind of wish they advertised that to me instead of this. But we have the package, so let's unbox. Okay, so here is our dress. Just first impression from just touching it, the fabric does feel pretty nice. The main thing that I'm a little bit worried about with this dress is it does seem like a lot of fabric. Like, even from the advertisement, that isn't usually a dress that I would immediately click on, just because it's not only floor length, but it's also long sleeve. And sometimes I feel like dresses like that kind of swallow me up. And so I feel like usually I go either long sleeve and shorter length or short sleeve and longer length, which is again why I think that velvet dress is like right up my alley. But let's go ahead and try this on. All right, who's getting married? Because this looks like a bridesmaid's dress. A really cute, pretty bridesmaid's dress, but a bridesmaid's dress. So the fit and the sizing of this dress actually works really well for me. The front is a little bit more low cut than I typically go, but it's not like too far out of my comfort zone, and it doesn't show my bra or anything. The sleeves are a nice length for me, and the dress is a little bit long. It's floor length and it does drag on the floor a little bit for me, but not too much, just a little bit. So I feel like even if I just wore heels with this, it wouldn't be a problem, or I could get it altered. The waist is really high and it also is elastic in addition to having this tie here. So I feel like the website was right in that this is definitely bump friendly. I feel like I have plenty of room to grow here. But like I said, I feel like it's a pretty dress. I love the color. The cut is pretty nice, but it looks like a bridesmaid's dress. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think I would wear it that often. I could see myself maybe wearing it to like a wedding in the future, in the non-COVID future, just as like a guest dress. I feel like it's a pretty good wedding guest dress. But other than that, I don't really see myself wearing this. I do feel like it is kind of a lot of fabric with the long sleeves and the long length, but having the lower neckline, it definitely helps break it up. This blue color is really pretty in person, so I feel like if I was gonna have a dress that's just a lot of fabric, I'm glad it's in this color. And the dress feels pretty high quality, really well constructed. There aren't like loose threads anywhere. And I feel like because it is pretty flexible for pregnancy, it's also something that I could continue to wear regardless if my weight fluctuates. Rating this product from 1 to 10, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's a nice dress. I think the quality is pretty good, but I think it's a little too bridesmaidy for me. And is it worth the $89 price tag? I do think that price is a little high for this dress, but it is pretty good quality. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not quite worth $89. It's almost there. That's not like an outlandish price for this dress, but a little bit higher than I would expect for a dress like this. And will I order again? Here's the thing. Because this dress specifically isn't just like my cup of tea, but the fit is nice, the quality is nice, the sizing works well for me, I think I'm actually gonna try and exchange this dress. I'm not sure what their return policy is. I'll put it on screen now, but if I can do an exchange, I'm gonna try to exchange this dress for that pretty velvet wrap dress, because I think that is one that I'll get a lot more wear out of than this. And would I recommend Baltic Born to a friend? I don't think it would be like the first brand that I tell my friends like, oh my gosh, you have to try this. But if one of my friends was looking for like a nice, dressy, mid-tier priced dress, I feel like I might suggest Baltic Born. It just wouldn't be like the first one based on this first experience. Next up is a company called Causebox. I got advertisements on both Facebook and Instagram for it. So I clicked on the third ad I saw and it actually seemed really cool. It's a quarterly subscription box, but it focuses on small businesses and sustainability and ethicality. So I went to sign up and they have two options. The quarterly membership is $54.95 per box, or they have an annual plan, which comes out to $49.95 per box for a total of $199.80. So I was planning on just signing up quarterly so I could try it one time for this video, but then I realized that you only get to choose the actual big items that come in your box if you do the annual membership, which for me is kind of like the whole point. I've tried FabFitFun before for a video, and I feel like the thing I liked the most was getting to go through and actually choose which items I like and would actually get use out of. So I ended up getting the annual one. So here's to hoping I like Causebox, because I guess I'm getting it for a year. Merry Christmas to me. From me, a subscription box that I'm not even sure I really want. I'm sure it's gonna be cool. Like I said, it looked cool on the advertisement and on the website. It seems like it's something that's up my alley. So I went through and made my selections for the big items. For one of the options, they had a bunch of different tote bags you can choose from, or a set of nesting bowls. And I love a good tote bag, but I have a tote bag that I like, and I don't really have a lot of serving bowls, and the serving bowls looked really pretty, so I went with those. And then for another one of the options, I went with this Tupperware thing. I do a lot of meal prep and leftovers and stuff, and the few Tupperware containers that I do have, I'm always using. So I feel like these are a good thing that I'll actually get use out of. And then there was this thing, which I wasn't exactly sure what it was. Honestly, at first I thought it was a vibrator. I thought there was a vibrator that came in the Causebox. Either a vibrator or some sort of like facial brush, but I picked it. And after I submitted the Causebox order, I actually got an ad for this product from the company that makes it on Facebook. And turns out it is neither a vibrator or a facial brush. It is a body brush and massager. The brand is called PMD Beauty, and the ad did a really good job. It made it look pretty cool. Also, even after I placed the Causebox order, I got 3 more ads for Causebox for a total of 6 ads over the 3 days, plus an ad for the not vibrator body brush. So here's our box. Let's open it up. Okay, so here we go. We have a magazine, a Causebox magazine. Oh, that's cool. So this little pamphlet has a page for each of the products in the box. So it tells you about the brand and about the product. I like this a lot. Okay, wait, so I'm reading through this, and I think the PMD Beauty brush is a facial brush because it's all about skincare here, but that brand must also make a body brush, and that's what I got the Facebook ad for. Okay, now let's get to the products. So we have a Swell water bottle. I have a reusable water bottle with a straw, and I use that pretty much every day, but it'll be good to have a backup, especially one that doesn't have a straw. And I've heard good things about the brand Swell. I feel like they're pretty popular. And then here is the PMD Smart Facial Cleansing Device. So it is a facial brush, confirmed. And then we have reusable cotton rounds from the Green Co., which I am really excited about these. I've been wanting to buy a set of reusable cotton rounds like these, but it's one of the things that I just hadn't got around to. And I'm trying to cut back on single-use waste where I can, and this is an easy swap to make. So these will be great for just taking off mascara and stuff. We have a skincare product. This is a face brightening serum. And then this is my Tupperware. So there's 3 sizes. They're a little bit smaller than I expected, but I feel like they'll be good for like sauces and stuff. And then last but not least, last thing in the box, the nesting bowls. So it says it's a set of 3 nesting bowls for salad, cereal, and dessert. These are pretty. Oh my, why am I a sucker for anything that's like blue, watercolor, tie-dye, anything in that realm? Like, these are pretty. Oh, I like. And it says they're microwave safe, dishwasher safe. Is this what adulting is when you get excited for pretty blue cereal bowls? Okay, so I've now had the chance to try pretty much all the items that came in the Causebox. First, let's start with the skincare based items. So the reusable cotton rounds, the brightening serum, and the silicone facial brush. All three of these items I really liked. The reusable cotton rounds were probably my favorite. They came in this little mesh bag and there's 10 of them, which I really like because I wanna wash these after each use. And I really only wear mascara like 3 or 4 times a week, so then I only have to actually wash these like every 2.5 or 3 weeks. Also, compared to single-use cotton rounds, they just felt so much better on my skin. Honestly, I regret waiting this long to switch to reusable cotton rounds like this, but that's one of the things that's really nice about something like Causebox is a lot of the times they include really useful things like that that aren't always necessarily at the top of your mind to purchase. I did a patch test of the brightening serum on my hand first and there were no issues, so then I went ahead and applied it to my face. It felt really nice on my skin. I think I'll definitely use this every now and then when I'm doing like a spa night, but this product didn't like jump out at me as being amazing or out of this world or anything kind of out of the ordinary. And then the facial brush, this one's funny because when I started using it, I was like, this is doing nothing. But then I started realizing how like nice it felt on my skin and it was kind of a fun like sensory experience. It almost felt like someone was like giving me a facial massage. It was kind of like stimulating my face. And I used this while I was using my face wash and I don't know if it actually helped to give my skin like a deeper cleanse, but I do know that it felt pretty good and I don't think this is gonna be something that I use on like a daily basis, but I think when I'm wanting to sprinkle a little bit of extra into like a skincare night, this is a fun thing to use and it's silicone so it was really easy to clean off afterwards. It came with a little acrylic stand which is really convenient, and one thing I've heard that tends to be a negative with a lot of traditional facial spin brushes is that they can over exfoliate your skin, and because this is silicone and it doesn't really have bristles, it just has like little tiny bumps on it, I feel like it wasn't stripping my skin or over exfoliating it. It was just kind of like a little facial massage. And then the more kitchen-y stuff, I used the food containers for some meal prep this week. And I have to say, I think I prefer the glass and plastic food containers that I already have to these ones, purely because you can't see into these. So when I'm looking in my fridge and trying to remember like what I meal prepped and what I put in these, I had to open it up to see, and so that was just a minor inconvenience. I really like the bowls. The bowls look really nice, and our like regular dishware is kind of in that same color scheme of like blue and white. So these bowls definitely look nicer than our previous ones, but they still fit in with everything we already own. And then the water bottle, I used it a couple days ago and it kept my water cold for a surprisingly long amount of time. So I overall have to say, I think I really enjoy Causebox. As far as subscription boxes go, I feel like this is a really great one to try, and I liked all of the items I received. I'm excited that I got the annual membership. I went through and made some of my selections for the winter box. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I will say, I think it was a little bit on the pricier side for the items that were in the box. But that being said, when things are sustainable, when things come from small businesses, that does tend to drive the price up, so I totally understand. Will I order again? Well, I don't have to because I have an annual subscription. Would I recommend it to a friend? Honestly, yes. I feel like there was a good variety of products in the box with things I'm gonna use almost every day, like the reusable cotton rounds, to things that are a little bit more of just like a fun thing to try, like the silicone facial brush, and everything in between. So Causebox, I am pleasantly surprised. Thanks to the Facebook and Instagram ads. Whew, all right, this ad was a journey. So I got 3 ads of these green maternity overalls from a brand called Stork. Pretty much back to back, I got these 3 ads within the same hour on the same day. And I was like, okay, these look pretty cute. I'm not usually the biggest overalls person, but I have heard quite a few people say they really liked overalls when they were pregnant. So I'm definitely down to try them. So I clicked the link and I was pretty excited by the sizing. It seemed really inclusive. They do their sizing from 1 to 7, which according to their size chart would cover sizes 0 to 26. And it says that these overalls, the anytime overalls, are designed to be worn pre-pregnancy, postpartum, and during pregnancy. So I was really stoked that this is something that I can buy and wear now, but also continue to get use out of throughout my pregnancy and down the line after. From their size chart, I would be a 5, but they were sold out of the size 5, not only in the green from the advertisement, but in every color. So I put myself on the wait list and I figured, you know what, maybe these will get restocked soon and I'll still be able to order them for the video. or maybe I'll be able to try them later down the line for like a maternity haul. But that is not where our story ends with Stork. Oh no, 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 no. Stork continued to just absolutely bombard me with these ads on Facebook and on Instagram for a total of 22 times over the 3 days. 22 times. This ad haunted me. It was everywhere. I closed my eyes at night and just Stork anytime overall ads. It would not leave me alone. And the thing was, I couldn't order it. They were totally sold out in my size. And when that 3 days ended and I stopped recording these ads, the Stork ads did not let up. Now still, like 2 weeks later, I am still getting Stork Anytime Overalls ad, like daily. I would estimate that I have probably seen this Stork ad at least 60 times over the past few weeks, not even being dramatic. And still, now when I see this ad, I think maybe they're showing this to me again because it's back in stock and maybe I'll be able to order it and put it into the video last minute. So I click on it, but no, they have not. And then I think that just encourages the ad more. So Stork, your overalls look fantastic, but you have probably spent more money advertising these to me than you will even make if I ever do buy the overalls. By far the ad that followed me the most in this video, and I don't even get to try the product. Sad. So I got this ad for the Harper Wild bra 3 times, twice on Facebook and once on Instagram. And it said it was back in stock, best bra ever. And once I clicked on it, I did think it looked really nice. It's called the Bliss Bra and it comes in sizes extra small to 3XL. I read the description, I read the details, and they talked a lot about just how soft the fabric is. And I read through some of the reviews too, and they seemed really genuine and also just really positive. Like everyone was raving about this bra. So I'm really excited. My pre-pregnancy bras are officially a no-go. My chest has grown quite a bit in the past 3 months. I wasn't sure what size I was gonna be, so I went to the size chart, and that size chart, at least on mobile, was so difficult to navigate. I literally scrolled through it for like a solid 5 minutes, just trying to make sure that I had the right size down. So I decided to go with the 2XL in brown, and it was $45. So here is the bra. Okay, it does feel very, very soft. They were talking about how freaking soft it is and can confirm, very soft. What is this made of? Like, what is the material? Okay, I just looked it up on the website and it is 79% nylon and 21% spandex. It feels really nice. It feels pretty high quality. It's also very thin. Like there's no lining, there's no padding, which is what I have been wanting right now in bras. Like I don't really want that much going on. So let's go try this on. Oh, I love this bra. I've been wearing this bra for maybe a minute and a half so far, and I'm in love. I love it. This bra is best bra ever, as the ad said. The material feels amazing on. It is like buttery soft smoothness on my skin. The straps are really thick and supportive, but they're not digging in anywhere. They're not uncomfortable. And even though there's no like wires or padding or even cups really, this feels like an incredibly supportive everyday bra. I love how it's kind of like a midi bra. I feel like I could wear this as a shirt with like a little cardigan or a wrap and it would look perfectly fine. And I'll give you guys a little look from the side. Let me see so you can see, like I'm not hanging out of it here. I feel like sometimes with bras, I get like a bunch of side spillage, not with this bra. And the back is nice and comfy too. Just I really like this bra. If I was gonna give this bra a rating out of 10, guess what? It's getting a big old 10 out of 10, baby. Facebook ads killed it, matching me with this bra. I'm so happy. This bra was $45 and I would say it was worth the price. This is probably gonna be my new everyday bra. Would I order again? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. Yes to it all. And I would absolutely recommend this to a friend. Honestly, I would just probably blabber about it like I just did for 2 minutes because it's that good. On my last day of recording ads, I got 3 ads for a clothing brand called Los Angeles Apparel. 2 on Facebook, 1 on Instagram. That seems to be like the breakdown of all the ads. But unlike most of the other ads in this video where they focused in on one specific product, the Los Angeles apparel ads were all different. But even though all the ads were showing different products, they all focused on the same messaging, that the brand was focused on comfort, basics, and sweatshop-free production. So I clicked on the third ad and it just took me to the women's section on their website, and most of their items come in sizes extra small to 2XL. Under each item's details, they talk about how the item is made in LA by expert sewers using premium materials. I scrolled through the website for a while and I wasn't really sure what I should get because there were a ton of options and nothing was like super jumping out on me, and all the ads were different anyways. So in the end, I decided that I would get a heavy fleece set. Now that it's cold here, I have been wearing like everything cozy and warm and sweat setty that's in my closet. So I thought this would be a good thing to get, and based on the size chart, I think I'd be a 2XL. So I got the unisex garment dye heavy fleece sweatpant in brass in a 2XL for $74, and the heavy fleece turtleneck sweatshirt in beige in a 2XL for $72. So here are the sweatpants. They feel very thick, which I expected because it said it was heavy fleece. I see there's pockets. We love pockets. And I noticed that on their website, in a lot of the modeling photos, they have their models wearing two pieces in like a similar corresponding color, but not exactly matching. So I thought these two colors were close enough that they would look good together, but they're not just the exact same color. So here is the top. It's a turtleneck, which I love turtlenecks. They're my favorite. So let's go ahead and try these on. All right, so first is the sweatpants, and these are not as like comfy, loose, oversized as I had hoped. The waist is elastic and it does fit pretty comfortably. I don't think it's putting like pressure on my stomach or anything, but the thighs are, I mean, they fit my thighs technically, but this is not how I want sweatpants to fit. Like, I guess they look okay. I'm looking at the camera and they don't look that bad on camera. But in person, like, you can see the outline of the pocket. I feel like they're kind of pulling around my thighs. And not a huge deal with the fit, but they bunch like kind of a lot at the ankles. So I feel like based on those things, these just aren't meant for like a shorter, curvier person like me. These pants are designed for someone who's taller and also someone who doesn't have as thick of thighs and wide of hips. I'll give you guys a little look from the side, from the back. Again, I don't think they're bad, but these were expensive and I'm sad that they don't fit that well. And I haven't even really talked about quality that much, but I'm not the biggest fan of the material. And with the price tag of these pants and how they talked a lot about like premium fabric, I expected it to be like amazing. And while the material feels thick, it doesn't really feel soft or like fuzzy or comfy. It feels kind of rough on my skin, and I expected more, I gotta be honest. So rating these out of 10, I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. I feel like part of that also takes the price into account because they were so expensive. These were a $74 pair of sweatpants, and I feel like not only is the fit not perfect for my body type, but the material and the quality isn't as high as I would want for that price point. They are ethically produced in LA, so that is gonna drive the price point up, and that's something that's important to keep in mind. But still, I feel like the quality could have been better. So I'm gonna say they are not worth the price, and at least for this pair, because I haven't tried the top yet, I would say I wouldn't recommend them to a friend. They're just kind of average, nothing special. So it's funny that the sweatpants fit me pretty tight because I feel like this sweatshirt, which is in the same size, in a 2XL, is really loose and oversized and kind of baggy, which is what I expected for both of these items. I definitely like this piece more than the pants, but it is made from that same thick fleece, which isn't very soft, isn't very fuzzy. I feel like when I hear the word fleece, I expect that like fuzzy, warm, soft, like you're getting hugged by your sweatshirt. And this material feels more like, I guess rough is the word that I would use. I think the turtleneck adds a really cute touch to just like a normal crew neck, and I really do see myself wearing this. Both is just like a comfy piece around the house, and also kind of pulling it down like this, wearing it with leggings like this and a cute handbag, and kind of dressing it up a little bit more. I feel like I don't really have that much else to say about this sweatshirt, you know? It's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not great. The material isn't my favorite, and I don't think it's worth that hefty price tag. Rating this 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Now that I've tried both pieces, I don't think I would order from Los Angeles Apparel again. And you know what? I wouldn't recommend it to a friend. Facebook ads, you didn't get a perfect match with me and Los Angeles Apparel, but I gave it a shot. So the last ad that I ordered from was actually a pregnancy product. I've been considering buying a fetal Doppler for a few weeks now, like before filming this video. If you don't know, a fetal Doppler is a little device that you can use to hear the baby's heartbeat from home. And I had asked my doctor about it and she said, it's totally safe, I can get one if I want, but that sometimes if you're using a fetal Doppler at home and you're not experienced with using one, it can be hard to find the heartbeat. So I shouldn't freak out if I don't find it. And that because I have an interior placenta, so that just means that my placenta is in the front of where the baby is, it adds like an extra cushion, an extra layer between the outside of my stomach and the baby. So that might make it even harder to find the heartbeat with an at-home Doppler early on. So just, I can get one, but don't freak out if I can't find it. And when I had the appointment where I asked my doctor about this and then I started doing Googling, that was all on day 3 of ordering for this video. So of course, once I had fetal Doppler in my search history, it was the Facebook ad algorithm's time to shine. I got this ad for the Neva Baby fetal Doppler 3 times, so I clicked on it. The device was listed as $99.99, but on sale for $59.90. So I went ahead and placed my order. I'm hoping this thing actually works for me. But once I placed the order, they still kept hitting me with ads, the same brand, Neva Baby, for the same product. This was the last day of ordering things for this video, and I saw the ad for the Neva Baby fetal Doppler 9 times in one day. Actually less than a day, because my appointment was that morning and I didn't start Googling things until the afternoon. So they essentially just spammed me with ads for this. And you know what, Neva Baby fetal Doppler? It worked. Here I am. Tips for proper use. Use lots of gel, at least a quarter-sized amount, and they do include the gel in here. Move the Doppler around below your pubic bone. And for medical questions, always talk to a professional. And then here is inside the box once I took the gel out. So it comes with headphones, and then it has the actual like listening device that you plug into. And then here is the main system where it should show the heart rate on the screen too, I think. So I actually have an OBGYN appointment tomorrow, and they always do like a fetal heart rate listening with a Doppler in the office when I go in. So I'm thinking I'm gonna wait and do this until tomorrow night, because then I'll know like, okay, I already went to the doctor today. I know the baby's fine. I know the heart is beating. So that way if I can't find the heartbeat, I don't freak out because I already heard it that same day. Okay, hello. I have the Doppler gel on my stomach. I've got the probe here. We've got batteries in it and everything. And at my appointment, the fetal heart rate was 152. So it should be around there. That's what I'm looking for. But also when we were reading the manual, it made it seem like the actual number of the heart rate isn't as accurate. So if the number's like higher or lower, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just a fun little home adventure.
Yeah, I would like to call it a toy.
It's a toy. And at my appointment, she was on the lower right side. So I think I'm gonna start there and then I'll work my way out.
Sierra's concentration phase.
Let me have more gel. They said to use a lot of gel in the instruction manual. I don't know if I used too much, but.
That's 160.
See when those are babies are. We found it.
You know what? We should show this clip to our doctor and see what she thinks.
I don't think that. My doctor has way better things to do than be like, I bought an at-home Doppler. Can you look at it? Like, what an insult. I just want to do this forever.
You think you will too. This is the scary part. It's definitely really cool.
It's so cool. I didn't think this was gonna work at all. Like, I bought this for the video, but I was kind of like, I don't know, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the heartbeat. There is a chance that that was just my heartbeat and my heartbeat was really loud or it was like a different sound, but like.
Well, I will say the one at the beginning, I think was definitely the baby.
Definitely.
But it's so cool. I mean, you're hearing all sorts of weird sounds in there, so.
That was really cool. I don't know, first of all, like I said, didn't expect to be able to find it. Second of all, I didn't expect it to be like emotional. It was really cool.
It is very neat and special.
I feel like I'm gonna use that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like you also need to clean up after that.
Yeah, I have a lot of the gel all over my everywhere below my belly button. But you know what? I'm gonna give the Neva Baby fetal Doppler 8.5 out of 10. Not quite perfect because we weren't for sure about what we were hearing, and I feel like the numbers aren't necessarily super reliable, so it's just one of those things where, like Steven said, it's a fun toy. Don't want to treat it like a medical device or anything like that, or get too in my head about anything, but I feel like this is something I'm definitely gonna use. Is it worth the price? I'm gonna say yes, especially with the sale they were having of it being like 60 bucks. I feel like that's a pretty good price for something like this. And would I order again? No, because I don't need to. Because I already have one, I don't need a second one. But if something happened to this one and I lost it or it broke, I think I would order another one. I think it's really cool. And would I recommend to a friend? I wouldn't, and here's why. I think anything pregnancy related is a very sensitive subject. And like my doctor said, having a Doppler and not necessarily knowing how to use it right can potentially cause some anxiety about not being able to find the heartbeat. So it's not something that I would recommend to a friend, just because I think that's like a really personal decision and something that some people will have fun with and other people will find stressful. So I wouldn't recommend it to a friend, but if a friend was gonna get one, I'd be like, I really like mine. So yeah. That was really cool. I got to hear my baby's heartbeat. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if any of these ads have been following you too. And another big thank you to Fabletics for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. There is a link down in the description where if you want to join their monthly VIP membership program, you can get any 2 bottoms for $24 plus 50% off everything else and free shipping on that first VIP order. Be confident, be kind to your body, and I will see you next Friday with another new video. Bye!